Now Fields going to throw on the first play. Over the middle, complete. That's Chapman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Fields. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Fields. Flushed out right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. The Giants at 14-1 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, Q!
Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Here we go.
Now Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
Here's Fields. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now Daniels. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Daniels. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To the air goes Daniels. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 17 yards that time, and a Washington first. Play action, now it's Daniels. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Daniels. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. To throw is Daniels. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. On 4th down, here's Daniels. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Again, it's Pacheco. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They'll run here with Pacheco. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Isaiah Pacheco with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. New York on now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. No mas. Good night.
Fields now to throw. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Go.
Here's Fields. That's complete to Jalen Hyatt. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. To throw is Fields. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing on 2nd down, Fields. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And the tight end goes in motion left. Daniel's going to throw for it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2 yards to go, second down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Chapman. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Fields hit and the ball is loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. That one taken in by Neighbors. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. There's 6 DBs on the field for Washington on third down.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Fields. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Justin Fields keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Giants are an extra point away from drawing level. Elliott good with a PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Daniels looking to throw. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing now is Daniels. And the catch made by Johnson. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 6. Here's Pacheco once again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That good for 19 on a first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line and linebacker. Second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Daniels from the gun on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They go play action. Daniels. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brian Burns, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Tyrell Dodson, the one to bring him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, the offense, Charles, they were flirting with disaster, already backed up deep in their own territory. So the interception and the pick 6 ensued. That was a big play.
It certainly was, and the short field gave him the rare opportunity to take it all the way back and quickly. And once he saw that he had an open field, there's no way he's going to let that opportunity slip away, and finds his way into the end zone.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go, son.
Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Fields going to change things up here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go, son. Right.
Now Fields. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Now it's Fields. Completed to Hyatt. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Giants are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 105 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. They find some open field here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Pacheco headed right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. In motion goes the tight end. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mecole Hardman from 6 yards away. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Fields. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fields. Hyatt able to make the catch downfield. Able to slither by. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for two.
Here we go. Giants will line up for the 2-point conversion. Go.
Fields trying to throw for it. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. And that has to drive a coach crazy.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you've got to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do. But I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they have...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Musgrave's got it out right and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Here's Fields. McDonald makes the catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Fields now to throw. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Here we go. 1st and goal.
Here we go. All right.
They'll try to run this one in. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Well, that's a group that's well aware of what's going on the scoreboard right now. Excellent work by them to push them back. That defense, they want to make sure the worst they come out of this with is a field goal and a tie game.
Back to throw. Fields. That's caught at the 2. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Ready? Hit the street.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Giants have taken a fourth-quarter lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On the return. The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. Running right through him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he's got it to about the 40.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here comes 2nd down. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. This is Hamler on a receiving end. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They